What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a very, very interesting Hogwarts Legacy rumor. Now, I will explain why as this video goes on, but this comes from Roberto Serrano, and I want to make it clear when it comes to him too, right? Because I know people think of him in very different ways, and I respect, honestly, any way you want to think of him. If you like him, great. If you don't like him, great. I will say the stuff that he has generally gotten right has been very PlayStation-oriented, right? Now, Hogwarts, not exactly PlayStation, but obviously having that link because of the PlayStation Showcase where they showed Hogwarts Legacy back September 2020, right? So if there was a time for him to be right, I mean, this would obviously be the time, or this would be something that would get me very excited. And honestly, again, this is kind of like a point blank thing where if he's right, awesome, and I think he should deserve credit. And if he's wrong, well, we know how to view him going forward, right? It's honestly as simple as that. So he tweeted out a couple days ago about just a string of info, let's say, that he had. And one of the things he said is Hogwarts Legacy. Next state of play is focused on new trailer gameplay based on skills and characters. I don't know if the release date will be in the first half of 2022, end of June, or this September, but it should still be on track thanks to the support of Sumo Digital Studios. Then he said, when I talk about the next state of play, I'm referring to what I announced a while ago, coming on March 10th. And he links to another tweet he put out a while ago where he said state of play March 10th, 2022, 2 p.m. Pacific, all that stuff to be confirmed. Now, a state of play for Hogwarts Legacy seems odd. So, you know what? And I wanted to do this right. I wanted to do this maybe more right than ever before. So I literally messaged him and I asked him, all right, because, he's not, English is not the primary language, and sometimes the language gets messed up, and he's admitted that in the past before. Also, he's gotten things wrong, he's gotten things right. So I just wanted to kind of triple check with the source. And I pretty much, I won't show it. I won't show the conversation, but I pretty much asked him, like, what exactly do you mean? I'm going to say what I thought he meant, and then he can confirm yes or no. And I asked, all right, does that mean you think, or you're saying, next Thursday, March 10th, we are going to see an entire state of play, which means one game just focused on Hogwarts Legacy, not any other. So it'd be one of those state of plays Sony does where they just do one thing, right? They've done it many, many times before. They normally do it for their PlayStation exclusives right before they come out. So it does seem pretty weird to me to do it with Hogwarts. But I asked him, I said, is that what you're talking about? And he said, yes, that's what he means. So again, you know what? I wanted to do that because I'm kind of fed up. Well, not with him. I'm fed up with all these rumors of Hogwarts Legacy, just like you guys are. I want it to be real, and I'm tired of these things potentially happening and then they fall through last second. Now, the one thing that worries me is he did say it is always pending the Russia-Ukraine stuff. Now, here's what I'll say about this. Most times when leakers / insiders talk about how, well, it could get pushed at the last second and I never like hearing that. I always think of that immediately as a cop-out for them, that they're just saying that to get out of it, right? So, oh, something happened last minute. It was supposed to be there, but it wasn't. And so I'm still right, but it just wasn't there. So I was wrong, but I'm actually right. You know what I mean? Now, what I will say, though, is this Russia-Ukraine stuff, without getting too political, we have seen it take an impact on pretty much everything, right? Movies are getting pulled from over there. The Fantastic Beasts 3 trailer was delayed by a couple of days, I think, like 2, 3, 4 days, when it was supposed to come out really when that stuff really started, right? So, or I guess like a week or so ago. So, I mean, it has happened. So I will say, while I normally don't like to use the cop-out of, oh, it can be moved last second, I don't like that. And if you've been around long enough, you've heard me say that. So it's not like I'm changing my opinion, right? I've always been that way. But for something like this, I would say I would give a little bit more leeway. So if things get impacted by that, I believe that. I really would believe that. Again, my biggest thing would be, well, when he posted the Twitter picture of the state of play, and he said March 10th, he posted that, I believe, February 2nd. So my question, again, like if we're questioning his reliability, right, would be like, well, did he know then that it was only going to be Hogwarts, or was he taking a guess and being like, well, Sony's just going to do an event and it'll be their own games? Because then he's talked about, and other people have actually said it too, late March. Remember, we've always linked Hogwarts Legacy to a big PlayStation event, right? A PlayStation showcase. Now, the rumor is, and as I've talked about, right, we've talked about in past videos, that is happening this month, okay? It's going to happen in March. Now, he says that's going to happen March 25th, so he gave a date for that too. Other people have said late March. I don't really know if anybody else has given a date for it, though. So he thinks March 25th. And that's when they would do like God of War, and they would do like their big like new stuff and show new games and stuff like that. And again, I've always assumed, I think a lot of people have always assumed and said out loud that Hogwarts would be there. But now he's saying that's separate. That's at the end of March, and Hogwarts gets its own thing for March 10th. Again, though, we'll see. I also, one final thing, I know I just keep kind of, I want this to be real. I'm not saying all these things to be like, well, I hope it doesn't happen. No, I want it to happen, but one thing I don't like is when he says what they're going to show, right? Skills and stuff. Haven't we heard that before from people that are not him? So I'm not saying he steals. I'm not saying he's stealing. But I'm saying it's kind of weird that, you know what I mean? Like, that's not the first time we've heard about skills and characters and stuff like that. We've heard that before. And so does he know that, or is he just saying that because other people have said that? So that's just, you know, and again, I want to give him a fair shot. And guess what? If it doesn't happen, or if he's not even close, well, then I'm done. You know, I'm done believing, you know, these kind of things that he says. So honestly, it's as easy as that. If they're, and it's same, and I've said this before, same thing goes for account NGT, same thing goes for Millie A. You know what I mean? If they're way off the mark, or if we can just tell they're just complete fakes, I mean, yeah, well, why would I? You know, why would I give them any more credibility? But I want to give him, at least for right now, the benefit of the doubt. And again, he sounds very confident. So, you know, he sounds very confident in March 10th. So we'll see. With that being said, if you made it this far, by the way, thank you. And I know I've been asked, would I cover it? My plan would definitely be to make videos on it. Depending on the date and time, I may live stream it, like with you guys, co-stream it. Depends on the date and time, though. So I'll make that known, like on Twitter, and I'll try and say it in videos here so you guys know. But no, at the very worst, no matter what, there'll be videos covering it right after. It's just I don't know about the live stream. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, as always, right? Bell icon turned on. If you want to follow me anywhere else, including Twitter, I try to keep you guys up to date there. All my social media is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.